here on my iPad to share with you. So let's go ahead and kick it off. So now is like a really good time to work on becoming an authority figure in your field. And doing that is something you can absolutely do for free. Of course, there are some pay options like releasing videos and running ads and, paying the Shade Room to post you, which somehow in this 2020 world does in fact make you some type of an authority in your field, right? Because you gain influence from those types of actions. But there are a lot of ways to gain authority in your field for free, okay? And those are the things we're going to talk about today, because in order for you to make consistent sales and the amount of sales that you see other people make, other platforms where you're comparing yourself to, which we should not be doing, but we do it anyways. Honestly, we do it anyways. So in order to be able to make those sales the way that you see other people making sales, it requires you to be an authority in your field, and or it requires for people to believe you are an authority in your field, okay? Because, and I have to say it like that because we do see some people, there are some people that make a lot of sales and people believe that that person is an authority in their field, whether or not they have the accolades, whether or not they have the degree, whether or not they have the experience. It has nothing to do with that. You can be an authority in your field and have none of those things, okay? And still be making sales. But the authority and the trust building comes first, then the authority comes. Those two things have a direct impact on the amount of sales that you make. It doesn't matter if it's product-based, service-based, whatever, all right? So here are 4 ways you can do that. Number 1 is to host a webinar. People love classes. I'm doing a class right now. People love classes. They love to learn. I am a business consultant and a business owner. I teach things to other business owners, but there's also other things that can be taught. Literally anything can be taught. If you do lashes, you can teach good lash practices. And it doesn't always have to be something that you require somebody to pay for. It could be something that you give away for free. You just have to find a balance within yourself. If you are a teacher, of course you can teach classes for free. If you're a life coach, you can teach life skills, certain life skills for free. If you are in a nonprofit, you can teach the ins and outs of a nonprofit for free. Or whoever you serve, you can teach that audience skills that they will need to level up in their life for free on a webinar. But people love to learn. They love to be in classes. They love to feel like someone cares about them and their progression, which is what teaching is. And that's why I love it so much. So if you're coming from a genuine place and you are hosting a webinar and you're teaching to an audience that you care about, you are going to become an authority in your field because you're sharing your expertise and your knowledge in a passionate way, and people will respect that, okay? So it's an instant trust builder. It may take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 webinars, but it's an instant trust builder, and it is something that you can do over time to create consistency that's really going to build out your community, your tribe, and the respect that people have for you in your industry, because of course you want to be respected in your industry, okay? Number 2 is to start blogging. You have to blog. I'm so tired of people saying blogging is dead. I'm a writer and I have a hard time. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have a hard time blogging because it is time consuming and I work on other people's businesses all day. But it's so important to blog that I still do it. At least once a month, I'm like, I gotta do something on the blog. I gotta do something. So you guys, you have to do something. At the bare minimum, once a month, you need to be putting something on your blog, on your website. Okay, if you don't have a blog on your website, you need to add it today. If you don't have a website, you need to do that today. But your blog is going to rank you higher in the SEO search engine. So people who are coming through Google searching things, it's going to rank you higher on that first page, or it's going to put you on the first page at all to begin with. But you definitely need to be blogging. A lot of people who are ready to learn, ready to spend money, influential people in your industry read. because that's how you become a person who has all of those things. You read. So they're going to be reading blog posts. People will try to tell you, don't blog, blogging is dead, nobody reads anymore. That's not true. Your customer probably reads, okay? Somebody who is spending money on something is going to go reading first before they spend that money. It doesn't matter if they're reading a blog post, a 2-second review, a caption in your Instagram post. Before you spend money, you've probably read at least 3 or 4 things like from that person or on that product before you buy it. So people who are saying no one reads anymore, okay, they may not be reading a 18 chapter book, but they're gonna read a 500 word blog post that's gonna take them 3 or 4 minutes to get through, or even 10 minutes to get through, okay? So blogging is not dead. Blog. It is going to rank you higher. And also, when it comes to things like the social media platforms and being verified and all of that kind of stuff, they take those sources. All of those sources go into account. They verify you on Instagram based off of how likely someone is to try to hack your account or try to be you. And there's no way for people to be trying to be you if you're not actually doing what it takes to be out there in the market. People have to know who you are. So if your big thing is getting verified, you definitely have to blog. It's not really a big thing for me, but I know it is for some people. Eventually you want the blue check. You want people to know, this is me, this is my real page, this is my brand. We have a quality that is unmatched. We give a service that is unmatched. You're gonna need to blog, okay? Number 3, niche down. This is the number 1 thing on this list. This list is not in order, but if it was, this would have been the first thing I talked about. Niche down. If you are in a highly saturated market, the number 1 way that you can make yourself stand out from everybody else and seem as an authority figure or be an authority figure is to niche down. What that means is to select a subcategory inside of the category of where you are or what you make, right? So for example, I'm a business coach. What's my niche? Marketing and automated systems. If I was just out here saying, I'm a business coach, I'm a business coach, I'm a business coach, like it would be so hard for me to get clients. But I've based all of my marketing, most of my content, and all of the services on my website around marketing and automated systems. That's what you come to me for. If it's not marketing and it doesn't have to do with automating your business, of course I can help you, but I'm not focused on creating content about that because that's not my specialty. I'm focused on my specialty. When you have a specialty, people will be willing to pay more for your services. They're going to reference you as They're going to reference you as the go-to person for that subject matter, and it's going to be a lot faster that you become known because people are going to automatically associate you with that category, and it's going to bring your popularity from here to here because you're not just another business coach. You're a business coach that focuses on marketing and automated systems. So you have to think that same way, especially if you're in an MLM. This is super important. If you're in a multi-level marketing business, like TLC, Avon, Rodan and Fields, Paparazzi, you need to have a specialty. Yes, everyone that is with the TLC movement, it's about total life changes and weight loss. But what is your specialty? Is it weight loss for moms, weight loss for mompreneurs, weight loss for stay-at-home moms, weight loss for men, weight loss for women over the age of 40, weight loss for people who yo-yo their weight, weight loss for people who have previously had eating disorders, weight loss for people in relationships, weight loss for couples, weight loss for singles. Like, you need to pick a subcategory, because if you just come out here and you're like, I sell CBD detox tea, okay, so does everybody else. What else do you do? It's different than you coming out and saying, I sell, I don't even know if I'm saying this right, CBD detox tea for busy moms, usually with more than 3 kids. That's going to narrow it down a lot faster. And if you not only sell the CBD detox tea for busy moms who have 2 to 3 kids, or more than 2 kids, or more than 3 kids, you'll also be able to craft a whole bunch of other content around helping moms that have that many kids who want to lose weight on how to do that realistically. Okay, realistically, right? Because what you say to a 20-year-old who's single who's trying to lose weight is not the same thing you say to a man who's 45 who's trying to lose weight, or a woman with 3 kids who's trying to lose weight. Like, it's not the same thing. Even though the product that you offer works for all 3 of those groups, there's going to need to be an extra added layer there of information and content that you're giving to those people, because that's what's going to make them stay with you. That's what's going to make them stay with their weight loss goals. And that's what's going to make them order from you, instead of going to the next person to order, and the next person to order, and the next person to order. So it's not just you're selling that one thing, you're niching down so that you can really create an entire brand that serves the people, okay? Number 4, show up consistently for the next 3 weeks. Lord Jesus, this is a really important one too. It's not as important as niche down. It's very important though, okay? We are in the house at least for the next 3 weeks. You need to take the next 3 weeks to be consistent. If you can't be consistent in your business, not your boss's thing, not the job that you work at, not PTA with your kids at school. If you can't be consistent for the next 3 weeks in the house, working from home, like, I don't know what to tell you. And consistency is different for everybody. Consistency doesn't always mean every single day. Consistency could be every Monday. It could be every Tuesday and Thursday you do something. It could be, every Friday night you host a live, or you come out with a freebie every Tuesday morning. Define what consistency is for you in your business and practice that for the next 3 weeks. That lets people know this person's serious about their business. They know what they're talking about. They do what they say they're going to do. I can trust this person. They're an authority figure. I can give them my money. Like, literally, that is the thought process that happens when someone comes in contact with you before they buy. They're looking for consistency, to know that they can give you their money, to trust you, to know you're going to deliver a product that has value. So make sure you have those 4 things, okay? Number 1, you can host a webinar. Number 2, start blogging. Number 3, niche down. And number 4, show up consistently for the next 3 weeks. Those are things that are going to help you become an authority figure in your field for free, okay? For free. Nothing I just said costs you any money at all. You can do it all on Systems for free. Are there any questions? Questions and answers?